Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has tested positive for coronavirus. The country's top officer of health services has tweeted. Mr. Khan has isolated himself at home, said Faisal Sultan, special assistant to the Pakistani Prime Minister on health services. Prime Minister Imran Khan has tested positive for COVID-19 and is self-isolating at home, Sultan tweeted, without giving further details. Imran Khan, who is 68, has been holding regular and frequent meetings lately, including a security conference held in capital Islamabad that was attended by a large number of people. He addressed the conference without wearing a mask and attended another gathering to inaugurate a housing project for poor people in a similar fashion on Friday, news agency Reuters reported. It may be mentioned that Prime Minister Imran Khan was vaccinated on Thursday with a Chinese-made vaccine. COVID-19 cases have been rising in Pakistan. The total cases have passed 6 lakh and the death count has crossed 13,700. COVID is back in the news, with Delhi reporting more than 800 coronavirus cases today, crossing the number for the first time this year as COVID-19 infections continue to surge in several states across the country. India reported 40,953 new coronavirus cases earlier in the day, the biggest daily jump in nearly 4 months, with Maharashtra accounting for more than half those infections. Death rose by 188 to 1,59,404, the Health Ministry reported, underscoring a resurgence of the virus in the world's third worst affected country after the United States and Brazil. Certain regions in India have already reimposed containment measures, including lockdowns and restaurant closures, and more are being considered. Doctors have blamed the fresh infection wave on people's relaxed attitude to mask wearing and other social distancing measures, warning that hospital wards were swiftly filling up in states like Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, a record 25,681 cases have been reported, including 3,000 in the financial capital of Mumbai over the past 24 hours. 2 Chinese nationals arrested earlier this week from Bagdogra Airport in West Bengal appear to be tough spies on a specific mission, Indian intelligence officials said. Until Friday, the two have not broken up and said anything despite persistent questioning, the official said. Both pretend not to understand our questions. We are under orders not to use third-degree measures, so they are getting away. But we have to find a way to break them, one intelligence officer said. Intelligence Department is also worried about the recovery of 2 forged Aadhaar cards with Uttar Pradesh addresses. The Aadhaar card seems to be turning into a joke. Looks like anybody can procure it, the official said. There must be a support network in India to back up these Chinese agents with documentation, ticketing, and much more. Police in Bagdogra near Siliguri had earlier said that the 2 Chinese were arrested on Tuesday for traveling without any documents and booked for illegal trespass. The 2 Chinese nationals were identified by the police as Navjang Jung and Kai Lang, but cautioned that even these names could be fake names. An earthquake struck northeast Japan today, hitting areas devastated by the 2011 disaster and generating a tsunami of 1 meter, public broadcaster NHK said. The earthquake hit the coast of Miyagi Prefecture at 6:26 p.m. and had a magnitude of 7.2 at a depth of 60 kilometers. NHK showed footage from its Sendai bureau showing a plug suspended from the ceiling shaking for almost 30 seconds following the tremor. It did not report any items falling from the shelves or any immediate damage. The earthquake was felt in Tokyo, about 400 kilometers south of the epicenter. Public broadcaster NHK has warned people against coming anywhere near the shoreline.